This kind of deviation in course is simply inexplicable. Former Managing Director of National Transportation Safety Board. However, veteran pilot Kit Darby, President of Aviation Information Resources, told CNN Wolf Blitzer that mechanical problems could still explain everything. Power failure would have turned off the main transponder and its backup, he said. CNN law enforcement analyst Tom Fuentes said the news still leaves mechanical, terrorism, and other issues as much in the air as they were before.
What's terrorism?
According to the Malaysian Air Force official who declined to be named because he is not authorized to speak to the media, the plane's transponder apparently stopped working at about the time the flight controllers lost contact with it, near the coast of Vietnam.
Yeah.
A transponder is an electrical instrument in commercial airline cockpits that continually transmits information such as altitude, location, direction, and speed. The Malaysian Air Force lost track of the plane over Pulau Perak, a tiny island in the Straits of Malacca, many hundreds of miles from the usual flight path for an aircraft traveling between Kuala Lumpur and Beijing, the official said. If the data cited by the source is correct, the aircraft was flying away from Beijing and on the opposite side of the Malay Peninsula from its scheduled route.
Hijacked.
Earlier...
I guarantee it's hijacked.
Okay.
I don't know why
Okay. Earlier, the head of International Police Organization, Interpol, said that his agency increasingly believed the incident was not related to terrorism.
Yeah, how can you say that?
The more information we get, the more we're inclined to conclude that it was not a terrorist incident.
Yeah, hell it wasn't.
Interpol's Secretary General Ronald Noble said
They don't know where it's at, and they're saying it wasn't terrorist. What the fuck?
Terrorism or not, among the evidence pointing in that direction, Noble said news from the Malaysian authorities that one of two people said to be traveling on stolen passports. The Iranian was trying to travel to his mother in Germany. Further, there is no evidence to suggest either person traveling with a stolen passport was connected to any terrorist organization.
That's speculation.
However, CIA Director John Brennan said his agency is not yet willing to discount the possibility of a terror link in what he called a very disturbing mystery. No, we are not ruling it out, not at all, he said Tuesday at a Council on Foreign Relations event. The two passengers who have dominated the headlines the last 2 days entered Malaysia using valid Iranian passports, Noble said at the news conference, but they used stolen Austrian and Italian passports to board the missing plane. So they had valid passports, but they used the stolen ones. Noble gave their names and ages as Pori Normanami, 18, and Delawar Syed Mohammed Ray.
Oh, they're fucking terrorist names.
29.
Fuck, there you go. Fuck, yeah.
Malaysian police had earlier identified Mohammadi as a slightly different name and age, and they said they believed he was trying to migrate to Germany.
Yeah.
Inspector General Khalid Abu
Another
Bakar
fucking terrorist.
of Royal Malaysian Police said it doesn't appear the younger Iranian posed a threat.
Yeah, fuck. They don't even know where he's at.
We have been checking his background, he said. Other police organizations have consulted, and we believe he is not likely to be
Just like the bombing at the fucking races, you know? New York. Those fuckers didn't have records either until they did it.
Yeah.
Fucking Arab motherfuckers.
After he failed to arrive in Frankfurt, the final destination of his ticket, his mother contacted authorities, Khalid said. According to ticketing records, the ticket to Frankfurt was booked under a stolen Austrian passport. Retracing Flight 370's final moments. The identification helped peel away a thin layer of the mystery surrounding the passenger jet, which disappeared